Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us in the news. It's
Yeah,
so very important.
you know, us as we, so to speak.
Us
Well,
is we.
a sense of deja vu, not in a good way. Once again, an alleged deal. Once again, allegedly partial. What do you think?
Our demands are very clear. The whole 50 must come back. This government has been stretching this impossible situation for 683 days. They have failed to bring everyone home. And unfortunately, every time there was a partial deal, we know that they somehow broke it. And then more hostages that could have been already home long time ago did not come back. So I think we need to stress this demand. I think we should cry it out everywhere: TV, radio, media, international, national news. And I hope that it will fall on ears. And my slight hope is also holding in the fact that we never really know what the details are. So we don't know what is going on behind the scene. And
We never know. We never know. But what we do
know,
know, and as you've mentioned, is what happens between one to another, or what doesn't happen, more accurately.
Exactly.
And you know, I've been speaking today with other hostage family members, and they said, well, you know, we need to say yes to whatever is being proposed, but the risk of saying yes is evident.
Yes. It's very complicated. You know, we bless and we are very grateful for every single hostage that is coming back. But since we really need to, we already learned we need to understand what the strategy is, what is the plan, and whether there is a plan to our prime minister or isn't, we're not sure. And we need to know there is a concrete plan where we see the last hostage home. Israel, as you know, cannot recover, cannot start the rebuilding that my wonderful uncle Gadi Moses is talking about unless everyone is home. Kibbutz Nir Oz is still missing 9. The group of the German citizenship family are still missing 7 with German citizenship. Everyone of the 50 is needed to be home in order for our state to heal. So the lack of strategy, the lack of planning, the lack of information, everything is just really incredibly tiring. And I think it's about time that they do the right thing. We are almost 700 into this crisis, and someone that can do this has to lead this and bring them all home until the very last hostage, the deceased, for respectful burial, and the leaving, the barely leaving, for rehabilitation. We fear for their condition. Everyone saw the images. I don't understand why the Israeli team is not sitting 24 hours a day until smoke comes out, until they seal a deal. How come this is not happening? How come we're almost 2 years in this situation? This is really a big disappointment. It should not have been like that. Not to talk about the terrible war that is going on. This war is bad for the hostages, is awful for our soldiers, is terrible to the innocent people on the other. And
not the war we wanted, the war we were forced to conduct.
And of course, while I talk about it, I have to say we need to remember Hamas is on the other side, definitely. But we're talking
we have a tendency.
No,
of course. I'm just, whenever
we do not forget that. Believe me, they have
those topics. We have this tendency to look inwards, and it usually is a very healthy, good, moral habit. But every once in a while, we need to snap out of it and remember who and what is on the other side.
This is where the international, by the way, the international media, where they come in and they need to put real pressure on all the international leaders in order to make sure that Hamas is doing what they need to do, and it is to release all hostages. But we here, as you said, on a national level, we chose one prime minister. It's his responsibility to bring everyone home.
Efrat Machikawa, thank you so very much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you.